Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one Brothers War draft. All right, let's see here. This has to meld, but it can spit out 2/2 bears, but you have to mill 3. That's and okay, and it just enters tap unless you control a legendary green creature. Chances of finding the meld, well, a lot better if you first pick this, I suppose, and hopefully open Titania, because I can't imagine people are going to pass it. But otherwise, Zephyr Sentinel, which might just be the pick. I mean, this doesn't take up a slot in the deck and makes bears, which is pretty awesome for a land. But milling 3 is not something that you can super easily do either. This card's amazing. 2 mana, flash flyer with more upside. It also protects from removal. I don't know. I really like this card. And it's a soldier on top of that. Otherwise, we have 5 mana, 4/5 attacks if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard. Draw. That's really good too. Foundry Inspector is good. I still haven't gotten to play the Foundry Inspector. All right, I missed the rest, but yeah, this card's incredibly good. Splitting the Power Stone. I'm just looking at the blue card first. Sack an artifact. Nope, that's not worth it. Hulking Metamorph is good, I think. 4 mana, 3/3 that can copy an artifact or creature you control, except it's a 3/3. Frontliner's not very good. We have Air Marshal, which could be the pick here. It stays in line with soldiers and gives evasion. Depth Charge Colossus is playable too. I think the Metamorph is pretty solid, though. The upside of this is quite nice. If you have like a big creature, then you can copy that. But like I said, it'd still be a 3/3. Well, a little weird on that front. Might be a little bit too early to go all in on a soldier plan, though. I think the upside of this is significant enough at uncommon, especially, that I'd want to take it. I like the Pallbearer for the sack deck, or just getting a bunch of creatures in your graveyard. Actually, you know what? I'm taking the Warlord's Elite. The reason I'm taking the Warlord's Elite, it's a soldier. It's a really good one. I've passed this a few times. Maybe this is my opportunity to make the soldier deck, even though I didn't want to dive too deep too early. Especially since I don't think there's a soldier in this pack. But I have been really impressed with this card. I feel like this is often coming down as a 3 mana 4/4, which is very good and limited. But that being said, I kind of miss out on a good pick here. So Audacity is kind of like, I forget what it's called now. Rancor. It's kind of like a Rancor. Not as good because I think Rancor came back. This just draws you a card. I guess they're different. Transmogrant, Altar. I was impressed with it when I played against the mirror match. The Synthesis Evangel is really good, actually. 2 mana, 2/3, it loots. And then, anytime you draw additional cards, it's going to be really good. Mitsu's Animation, playable. To be honest, not kind of blown away by any of this. Might just take the Evangel because I've been impressed with this card over the animation. I think that's fair. Just take some powerful uncommons for now. All right, Thopter mechanic, 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever you draw your second card, you put a counter on it, and then when it dies, create a Thopter. All right, well, that could be a better direction to go. What's Lauren do? 4 mana, 3/3. When it or another legendary creature enters, return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a good card, actually. Not a soldier, but that is a good effect there. Stern Lesson is definitely good. Raise to the Ground is playable. Same with this figure. Haven't seen the Union of the Third Path played yet, but it makes sense with these draw your second card mechanics. So, definitely like this card. I wonder if I like Lauren more. They're both uncommons. I have more blue than white currently. But just straight up getting an artifact back is really good. I'm going to take Lauren. This might be wrong, but that effect is really good. It's like a Gravedigger effect for... it's like a recurring Gravedigger effect for artifacts only. I mean, if you don't end up with artifacts, obviously not that good, but if you do, pretty awesome. So Veteran's Power Blade, not amazing, but certainly playable, I imagine, if you're in a soldier build. At this point, I don't know if we are. This doesn't have to be in a soldier deck to be good either, by the way. Yoshin Medic is in fact a soldier. What's the Haywire Might do? 1 mana, 1/1. When it dies, gain 2 life. Exile non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. That's actually a really good card. In this set, really, really good. I'm impressed with that. Could take the Air Marshal. It's early enough we could just take best cards. I'm really kind of blown away by this. It's exile too. So your 1-drop, as long as you have green mana, exile a non-creature. I mean, this is like a really cheap artifact removal spell with upside. I really like it. All right, rebuff is certainly playable because there's big, fat, expensive artifacts to be played. I like the Strongbow. You can definitely win games with that card. Don't like the Firebomb so much. It's kind of expensive. Depth Charge Colossus is playable. I might just take the rebuff, but we don't know if we're blue necessarily. But I wouldn't play Depth Charge Colossus if I wasn't blue either, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be thrilled about only being able to pay a 9 for a 9/9 with an untap ability, but being able to pay 6 for a 6/6 or 9 for a 9/9, significantly better. This, however, is actually pretty good, as long as I can remember that I can tap 2 creatures with it, because I feel like I'm setting myself up to forget that. All right, this is a good soldier. Flash Flyer, but third path Savant, big, powerful, great card. The Rager is very good with draw card effects as well. I might just take the Savant. This card wins games. If you end up with like Power Stones especially, and you can just really utilize that ability, and if you have instant speed spells as well, or just like activated abilities you can use as an instant, being able to just leave up all your mana, either counter a spell or draw 2 cards, I don't know. I think Savant takes over games. Okay, so we have Retrieval Agent. Nothing to write home about. Opportunist is good. It's a decent reason to maybe go blue-green, on top of the fact that we have the Savant. Like, I feel like this probably shines in a blue-green rampy sort of build. The only green pick we really have it's worth its salt is the Haywire Might. I don't think this card's necessarily worth playing outside of green, but Opportunist is very good. I feel like getting the setups right now for eventual fatty payoffs is probably better than anything else I'm doing right now. So I really like this Sprite a lot. This card is sweet. I definitely like Rager. Unleash Shellsome removal. I could see taking the Sprite. If we can't unearth this, it's quite a bit worse. But we have the Evangel, so there's some incentive to go black still. But like I said, I really like this Sprite. I've straight up lost this Sprite because I can't block it. Like, it really can be that good. Not to mention, once again, more value with your Power Stones. You can put counters on it. You know, if you're drawing straight lands, you can just make this thing huge. I think it's pretty good. It's a good 2-drop. All right, Pallbearer, probably not at its best here. Still certainly fine. I wonder if I like the Colossus more because it's something we can actually get back with Lauren, but at this point, are we even white anymore? Perhaps not. I might just take the artifact here over the Pallbearer. I don't think we're going to get a ton of value out of the Pallbearer, or at least not maximize it, whereas Depth Charge Colossus being an artifact can be valuable. All right, we could take Audacity. You know, we have a decent amount of cheap things to slap it on. I think the card is fine. Gives Trample. Otherwise, it could take Tower Worker. Does ramp. I don't know. I want to try out Audacity. It's an uncommon too. I got beat up by it before. I was impressed. Love Giant Growth. Love, love, love Giant Growth. Love to see it pick 12 too. That to me is a good sign. Gaia's Gift too. Really, really nice card. Myso's animation is looking more and more playable here. Like, even sticking it on a Haywire Might, whatever, is good. But Gaia's Gift is legit. It's a really good permanent buff. I mean, Strongbow is good. Chances of playing Firebomb are pretty low, but I'll leave it open there. All right. I actually really like this card. You get to scry 2 every turn. It's an artifact. And then if you scry, you have to exile them instead, but you can play the exiled cards. This card's really sweet. I really like that one. Let's see what else is in here. We've got the Cave Guard, which is fine. Subjugation is blue removal. Stalwart's playable. Revenant's a great setup for the creatures die, creatures in your graveyard matters deck, whatever. Go for the Throat and Butcher are both great black cards too. But I don't know. I guess we're basically only green right now. But this is I feel like this is a good reason to be blue. This card is good. It is triple blue. That's not easy to do. But this effect is good. And in green, possibly even ramp into it. I mean, each turn being able to scry 2 and play exiled cards. And you can play any of the exiled cards. So even though if you scry 2, you can exile them both, you still just each turn. It's not like they don't disappear as long as you have the anchor. That's really good. Gwenna, 3 mana, 2/3, add 2 mana in any combination of colors, spin it only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of a creature or creature card. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, wow, this is a sweet card. Maybe we wheel another Giant Growth, Epic Confrontation, some removal. Boulder Branch Golem would be good here. Currently, we just have the Depth Charge Colossus as the only big fat fatty that we can actually get value off of Gwenna with. But let's start filtering out stuff that I don't think we're going to play anymore. If we probably can stick to 2-color until we can get... I mean, I guess technically this is fixing. Would I splash Aloran? Yeah, because we have another legend. Maybe. I don't know if I'd splash the Elite, but maybe the Aloran. I'll consider it. Bushwhack is a fantastic card. This is a good reason to be blue-green, I imagine. So this, all your creatures, wow. I mean, that Battery Bear is very good. Chance of wheeling it. Honestly, I haven't played against a blue-green deck, so there is a chance. But we only have one thing we can even draw card with off of it currently. Obviously, we're likely to find more. But Bushwhack is just such a valuable card to have. That's the problem. There's no chance we wheel Bushwhack. There's a pretty low chance we wheel Battery Bear, but a card that just makes more hands keepable, like Bushwhack, really cannot be overstated. Understated or overstated. Whatever one it is. This card's incredibly powerful. Both those effects slapped on a card is just fantastic. So another Giant Growth, or we can take, let's see, the Crusher. It's an uncommon prototype, and it makes things fatter for how fat it is. I really like this card, actually. I could see taking it, especially since it's an uncommon and we still have a chance to get Giant Growths back. Air Marshal. Do we have enough? We have more than enough cheap stuff. I'm going to take the Crusher. Let's get the payoff artifact now with prototype. Love that prototype. Very good mechanic. Keeper of the Cadence. So this prevents you from milling out, which is good. Jeez, all the Giant Growths. I could just play a million Giant Growth deck. How many creatures do I have? 9. I don't really like this. This is kind of interesting, spitting out Power Stone tokens. Takes up a lot of time, though. Keeper of the Cadence is okay only. I might just take another Giant Growth. If I end up... I'm at least curious what like a 5 Giant Growth deck looks like. Because honestly, I bet it's probably not bad. So, I could take the Subjugation. Still have a chance to... I mean... These are okay only. I'd probably take the 2-drop. And I don't like Fog of War. We'll take the Subjugation. It is blue removal. I like it more than like a Firebomb, I think. So, I don't think Firebomb's going to make the deck. Another chance to get the Keeper of the Cadence. What's this do? 3 mana. You have to imprint, exile a non-land card, spells you cast. So it just makes things cheaper. We probably don't need that. Could take the Archaeologist. It's just non-creature, non-land. Actually, I mean, there's a few things that's going to hit. So we could take that. And we probably don't need Wasteful Harvest. Another chance to get Keeper of the Cadence. But I don't think we're at risk of milling out from what I'm seeing. Could be wrong about that, but... Perimeter Patrol. I mean, we have some artifacts, but I'm not really sold on Perimeter Patrol here. I guess I'm okay taking another rebuff. I do actually think rebuff's pretty good. Probably better if we had more instants, but that's all right. Is it another legendary creature? So not legendary artifacts. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Technically, I mean, we don't have any sack fodder for that. I doubt we're going to need Millstone, but whatever. I'll take it. So, Tinkering. Curate's good. You can play less creatures when you have cards like Curate, because you can just, surveil, whatever. All right, we'll take the Golem now, or I can take Supply Drop, but I think we need a few more creatures. We need 5 more creatures. This has Prototype. Just take it. Be happy about it. 4 mana, 3/3, gain 3 is good, and 7 mana, 6/5, gain 6 is good. So, love the prototype ability. It's almost like handpicked for limited. Just good early, good late cards. So removal-wise, we're a little bit light. We have a Bushwhack. We have a couple Giant Growths, which combat tricks, whatever. We have combat trick. We have counter spells. We have weak stone subjugation. So not bad. Some removal in here. We didn't wheel any of the Giant Growths like we did in the last pack. Maybe we still have a chance to get one back. I'm not sure. This Gwenna is looking... I mean, this jumps from on turn 4 casting any of these. Unfortunately, it's not so good with the Crusher because this only has 4 power, so we won't get to buff it and untap it, but that's all right. I don't think we're going to play the Keeper of the Cadence. I just don't think we'll need it. I don't know if we're going to need Splash Lauren either, but... So it looks like green actually got cut out of... Although Bushwhack fixes for it too, which is nice. I don't think we need Fog of War. I don't think we need Ornithopter. I'll just cut the green card because we're green. Neither one's going to make the deck. So basically, I went into green over a Haywire Might. I don't think I regret that. This card is still really good in my opinion. What does this do? 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1. If they do, they draw a card. Wow. Discard X cards, exile X cards of target opponent's library, can play lands and cast spells without paying their mana cost. This card's insane, but I think we're a little bit too far down the going down a different path to make that work. Could just take a Stern Lesson here. This card is very good. Or I could take another Sprite. I like Stern Lesson. I think it's better than Sprite. It's card advantage plus... I mean, you do have to discard, but getting the Power Stone token is very good too, so I'll take it over Chromatic Lantern. I mean, this is technically a rare, but we don't really need the fixing that badly. I mean, we don't need to play Lorien for this deck to be good, so I'll just take a Stern Lesson. Steel Seeker, there is a great one because now we have... This is, you know, whenever artifact enters, you can get lands and put them in your hand, or you can mill yourself, whatever. But I really like this card, and now we actually have a decent amount of ways to get artifacts, I think, right? Because we have stuff like the Stern Lesson, the Opportunist, and then all the artifacts we already have. So to me, that's probably good enough reason to just take Steel Seeker and get some card advantage out of it. So I'll take that. Desynchronize would be pretty good, but yeah, we'll take Steel Seeker. I think we'll probably end up getting an artifact or 2 more, I imagine. Could get another Boulder Branch Golem. I really like this Scrap Work Cohort. I think it's a great card, but unfortunately not for us. I'll take another Stern Lesson, though. This synergizes with Steel Seeker and just generates card advantage, so we have a lot of card advantage in here, which is a good thing. I'm saying it's like it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. It's just, do we have enough top end? I mean, we have a reasonable amount of top end too. 4 fatties is not bad. I wouldn't mind having some more, but Machine Over Matter is not bad. Mishra's Bauble. This isn't bad either, actually. It's basically like look at your opponent's hand and draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. It's actually kind of good. In limited, knowing your opponent's hand is actually pretty valuable. And the fact that you just straight up get card advantage out of it, and it's an artifact that's free, I kind of like that. Scatter Ray is totally main deckable, but we already have a couple, I guess, worse counter spells. The bounce is nice, though. It kills tokens, too. All right, I'm going to take Machine Over Matter, even though Bauble is a little more unusual. Another Audacity. I don't know if we're playing the first one anymore, to be honest. Combat Courier is very good, though. There's a good reason to take an artifact. So we'll take it. It's more card advantage. It's also a body. It's cheap. It's an artifact. Makes Audacity better. I don't know if we're playing the first Audacity now. Could take another Stern Lesson. Am I okay with that? Not opposed to it. Otherwise, Stalwart, which is a soldier. But I'll take a 3rd Stern Lesson. I'm all right with it. Getting all the Power Stones. Why not? It's good draw card. Instant speed, too. So it's good with like the rebuffs and stuff. We already have 2 rebuffs. I don't know if I need another one. If you were going to play Ivory Tower in any deck, the one with 4 draw cards, probably you could do it, but I still don't think we're taking it. I might take Honor Guard. We don't need a 3rd rebuff. Or I could take the Power Plant Worker, get another artifact. Do we have enough? I think we have enough cheap stuff, so I might just take the Power Plant Worker as another top-end artifact in case we're a little bit light, which is possible. Wing Commando is pretty good. It's a flyer. We don't have a lot of ways to put this in our graveyard that I can think of, so I'd probably just take the Wing Commando, especially with all the draw card effects. This thing could definitely win some games, so we'll take that. And now we're at 16 creatures, so we have an appropriate amount of creatures. I usually like having 1 Aeronaut's Wings, otherwise I could splash a prison sentence. Am I still splashing Lauren? Likely not. Am I playing Aeronaut's Wings, though? Possibly. It is an artifact. I'll consider it. Another 3rd Path Savant. I think at this point I just take Desynchronize. Hulking Metamorph. What do I want to copy with it? I mean, we have fatties we can copy, except won't it only be a 3/3? Unless I pay 9 or whatever. I'll take the Desynchronize just in case I'm removal light, because I think we can put all the pieces of this deck together at some point. Late on Arms, fine. I don't think it makes the deck anyway. So I don't think we're going to do the Audacity plan. We'll get this deck figured out. I like that we have all the necessary pieces for this deck. That's nice. We have enough card advantage. We have enough fatties. A little bit removal light, but a lot of card advantage in here. So I don't think we're going to splash white, even though Lauren is very good. I don't think we have enough incentive to splash white. The thing is, we could pretty easily because we have Bushwhack and we have Gwenna. And with Lauren, how many actual legends do we have? We have Gwenna only. I think that's it. But we're already looking for cuts, so I think it's appropriate to get rid of the white. Be happy enough with that. We have to make 8 cuts, which is a lot. A lot of cuts. We don't have to run 15 creatures because we have 3 Stern Lessons and a Curate. I like Stern Lesson more than Curate, but I like Curate too. We can probably cut the Archaeologist. You get card advantage out of that too, I guess. And we do have, you know, I guess we have, what, 12 cards we could... Actually, 14. That's pretty good. Let's get rid of Audacity. I think it's cute. I think it's good. I just don't think I need it. I might dip out of the wings, although keeping all my artifacts around is nice. But like I said, Steelseeker is fantastic with Stern Lesson. You get the Power Stone token plus like potential card advantage out of it too. Even more card advantage, I mean. So that's really nice. Like Savant is not even necessary in this deck with 3 Stern Lessons and a Curate. Jeez. A lot of goodies in here. We have a lot of ramp, which makes me feel okay about all the fatties. I might be off the rebuff plan. I like it. It's very good with Stern Lesson. But I think I could be off the Giant Growth plan. I love Giant Growth, though. I might have to be off both of them. We have to make 7 cuts here, and I'd rather have all this like card advantage and hard removal. Like I can cut 2 rebuffs, I can cut the Giant Growths. Do I want to keep the Gaia's Gift as well? I like Gaia's Gift. We do have some good stuff to protect with it. I'm keeping Aeronaut's Wings just because you can steal games with it, and it's an artifact. I'm keeping Machine Over Matter because we have artifact creatures, I guess. Yeah, we have some. I'm keeping Wing Commando. We still have 15 creatures I'm willing to cut. But what's the weakest creature in my deck? It is likely a... kind of feeling the Archaeologist. Just because we're down to basically 9 cards we can draw now. All right. I could see maybe cutting the Archaeologist. Not that we don't need the card advantage, but just feels okay to cut. I really feel like I don't need the third path savant with all the card draw I have currently, but I think we need, I almost feel like we need the power plant worker and all these fatties just because they have prototype and we have all this ramp. So it feels like playing fatties is doing something. 2 more cuts. Probably want to cut non-creatures, I think. So it might be Gaia's Gift. As much as I love this card, I think we're going to try and stick to the card advantage plan here rather than like combat tricks. Just hard removal like Subjugation, Bushwhack. Well, Desynchronize isn't hard removal, but it's good removal. And I guess Machine Over Matter isn't hard removal, but it's playable removal. So 1 more cut. Could be a creature, could be a non-creature. If it's a non-creature, I'm starting to maybe think the Aeronaut's Wings, but like I said, Aeronaut's Wings wins games. Because we have like no other flyers really. We have a Wing Commando and a Zephyr Sentinel. And that's it. Could cut the Curate, but I still like it. I want to kind of just try a heavy draw card deck and see how that plays. A lot of card advantage in here, though, with Temporal Anchor as well. It does give you free cards, but it's expensive. Gwenna has only 3 cards that it actually gets pumped off of and untaps, but that's whatever. I'm not upset about that. That's perfectly fine. I don't think I want to cut a Stern Lesson though, because that's gonna, having 3 of these helps us get up to 9, I think. Final cut. I do have to decide on something. I guess it could be Aeronaut's Wings. All right. Well, weird build here, but we'll give it a try. All right. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right. Round 1, it's a keep. Totally fine hand here. Probably go Wing Commando into Stern Lesson. Or Wing Commando into Iron Craw Crusher. Yeah. I don't mind doing the prototype version of this. I don't think that's bad. All right, we've got the Subjugation, which is nice. Isn't it for each other creature you control, or each? Okay, just, well, could block that. I'm not going to, though. All right, we got our own Argothian Sprite. I think we'll just, well, let me think about this. I have the mana to do Subjugation. I think we just get the Crusher down. Let's just do it. It can't block Sprite, but the fact that it can pump my flyer is pretty appealing to me, especially if I imagine I'm probably going to come close to... Oh, the Subjugation's going to be so good here. What's this suit do? Oh, it's for each... Oh, wow. And I can even bounce it, too. Oh, it's got Ward, too. I don't know if I care about that, though. We're still kind of winning this race, as crazy as that is. So I could, like, Stern Lesson, probably maybe draw land. Because they're putting all their eggs in one basket here, too. And I'm getting in for 6, so I'm winning the race. Let's do Stern Lesson. Or I could just do... See, if I do the... I'm going to do Stern Lesson and assume we're likely going to draw a land. And we did draw the land. So now I can discard the forest. Then I can play the island. And then I can play the Sprite. And then I can get in for 7. Oh, it can pump itself too. I forgot about that. That's nice. This thing's really strong then. So it's a 4 mana, 4/5 attacker. I should have probably realized that. That's really good. I mean, if we play both these next turn, that Wing Commando just gets enormously big. So that's good. Usually when nothing's happening, I don't know if I'm the one that timed out or not. All right, good. I see them targeting things, so that's nice. So now we can play land. I could even do Temporal Anchor. Wow. All right, they'd had enough. We'll see for the next one. All right, good hand here. We're going to keep Sprite into Opportunist. Seems pretty good to me. Puts us at 4 mana without even drawing a land. Guess we'll just play the green first for the, so don't mess up the Sprite. Oh, that's a cool sleeve. What kind of, is that a little cherry or what is that it's holding? A little decorative cherry. Steel Seeker is a good one. Oh yeah, especially with this. I'm gonna do the Steel Seeker. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do the Steel Seeker first. This kind of feels a little bit greedy, I guess, because the Opportunist puts 2 more power on the board and a Power Stone, but I kind of want to just take full advantage of the Steel Seeker. Ooh, that's a good one. So it's only if you control an artifact creature. Let's do the Opportunist first. Get the Power Stone, trigger the Steel Seeker. So I can reveal it, put it in my hand. Then we can play the land I revealed. And I can attack for 2. If they attack with the Razor Maw, I might just take it, because we have 2 tempo-y cards here. And I can go Worker plus Machine Over Matter next turn. So that does a lot for this board. So I probably take 4 if they attack. Especially since they're down 4 life. Yeah, I don't need to trade here. And, you know, maybe their deck has some advantage from milling 4. Although they're not in, like, black where I would expect to get the most amount of value from that. A second one, you say, huh? All right. Interesting. All right, let's... I'm gonna do the Worker first. Ooh. Do we have a soldier? No. That'd have been sweet, though. Well, I'm still going to keep that on top because it flies. So I have Machine Over Matter. I might just... Let's just get in for 5 here. See if they're ready to trade yet. Like, I can make Sprite bigger, but I'd have to make Sprite bigger over 2 turns to get actual value off of it. So we'll just do this. See if they want to trade or not. I'm okay either way. I'm willing to take 8 on the backswing because technically we're still ahead on the race here, so sure. I'm willing to make the trade. I don't have to use Machine Over Matter until they play something dangerous. Ooh, Dragon Engine. And you may discard your hand and draw 3 if they unearth it. They're not even close to unearthing it currently, so not a big deal there. They have Static Net. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I can bounce here, but I'm going to wait in case they have a trick. So here we'll get in for... Basically, I'm leaving Zephyr Sentinel up as protection. I'm willing to pump the power plant worker. I'm looking for more value than just desynchronizing their Razor Maw and getting in. Because they have, they have 5 cards in hand. They have 5 open mana. I feel as though they have a combat trick or they have a removal spell. In either case, I have the answer for both of those. So I'd like to just wait. I want to be patient here. Chain creature gains first strike until end of turn. So we can bounce that in response. I wonder if it's smarter to desynchronize. If I machine over matter, I think it's actually better because then I can Zephyr Sentinel still. If I desynchronize, I can't Zephyr Sentinel, so let's just bounce it. And I still have desynchronize open in case they have like Gaia's whatever for hexproof and all that. I could have let this resolve, but I still would have had to cast this spell, so I think this is the way I want to do it. Like, I couldn't let them move to blocking step after they cast that, so I might as well just do it now before it resolves. See what else they got. And I think doing the machine over matter is better, especially in case they have the Gaia's whatever. So I don't have enough mana to pump the sprite now, but that's not a big deal. So now we can pump the worker. I don't know if opponent left now or what. Kind of feels like they did. Which is fine. We'll, if they might have timed out, I don't know. Nope, they're still playing. So end of their turn, we're gonna do the Zephyr Sentinel. Ornithopter, huh? All right. No soldiers to return. So we'll do the Zephyr Sentinel. I might even want to... I can upkeep and then get a scry too. I don't know if I... Actually, I don't think I'd prefer that. Because, well... Yeah, that's... I was going to say then I could kill him by pumping the sprite, but I need to cast Desynchronize, so that's all right. Still don't know if I'm the one that's locked up. Okay, it's them. I wish there was a way to just easily see. Usually there's like a little countdown meter that comes, but I don't see it. So, is this kind of showing who's the active player? They're like glowing, or is that just Chandra's like natural look? I don't need to return anything. All right, so now we have a bunch of mana. We'll just, let's just desync the Razor Maw. See if they want to put it on top, whatever. This forces them to block with Power Plant Worker, puts them at 1 life unless they have removal, whatever. All right, so they had destroy spell for power plant worker, so can't do anything about that. See if they put that on top or bottom. Scry 2, we'll keep the curate because we have a lot of mana, and then we'll get in for a bunch here. So now they can block the Steel Seeker, I guess. Sure. So they'll block the Sentinel, they'll take 3, they have 1 card left in hand, and they can't block my Sprite, which can kill them next turn. And they actually kept the... That's surprising. They kept the Razor Maw on top. Alright. Sure. So, we'll draw a Curate, we'll use it. Surveil here, get rid of that. Keep the Savant, draw that. Play Savant, pass. So now if we draw land, we can rebuild. Sure. All right. So we drew land, we'll play land. We'll draw. All right, we draw 2 pretty relevant things, so now we'll pass. The Boulder Branch Golem is going to be a huge play for us. We'll gain 6 life. All right, we'll take 9. All right, so we'll go land. I guess we can play the Golem first. So we'll gain 6. And trigger Steel Seeker, reveal that, get a free land. Gain 6, play land, and we'll attack for 2. Survivor, that's fine. We're gonna be able to play a Fat Crusher too. So we can trade our 6/5. This doesn't have trample, right? No. So we can trade off here, which I think is fine because we're the ones with the Savant, so we have the ace in the hole. So Courier's good. So now we're at 9, 10, 11 mana. 11. So let's do Crusher first. We'll keep that on top. I'll do Courier. Still keeping it on top, and then we'll pass. Sure. So 8/4 trample. Not sure what the equip was. If they attack for 8, I think let's see. They have 2 blockers. They block with Crusher. I pump my Courier. They have to block these 2 and then they would die, so I'm definitely going to take 8. Or I would pump the Steel Seeker. Whatever. We'll take 8. And this should be lethal. I can do the lesson first. It doesn't really matter. Oh, that's nice. I guess we'll dump the Bushwhack, right? Their block, let's say, attack with everything. I pump the Steel Seeker. They block my two biggest guys, which are the Crusher and the Steel Seeker, and they take 3. They're at 3. Yeah, we don't need anything. We'll draw the land, play the land, get in, pump the Steel Seeker, and that should do it. All right, see you for the next one. This hand is good, and we will keep. So we can go Sprite into Stern Lesson. Or, yeah, Sprite into Stern Lesson into Crusher. I like that. Yeah, now we can go Sprite into Stern Lesson into Power Plant Worker, which is also very good. And we're getting there on Temporal Anchor, too. I mean, there's a chance we get, as long as I'm slamming these islands, we could have turn 3 Lesson, turn 4 Worker, turn 5 Anchor. That'd be really good. Turn 6 Crusher. We could curve out really well here if everything goes our way. Nothing surveilled. Ooh, Burnished Heart. A great card. Ooh. Haywire Mine, it's a good one too. Alright, so we'll go land. Attack for 2. And yeah, we'll stick to the Stern Lesson plan. So I get a turn 4 Power Plant Worker. I wonder if they're just going to attack and ramp. See if they're actually playing more than blue and white. I'm curious. Having this Haywire Mite is really nice, actually. So they're not. So they're probably just setting up for something beefy. Oh, I'm okay with that. Sure. That's like almost weird to me that they would do that. All right, let's do the Stern Lesson. We got a lot of goodies here. I might just dump the forest because we're going to be at 5. I mean, admittedly, I kind of want the land, but no, I think at this point we dump the forest. Oh, that's nice. So, best use of mana is Power Plant Worker. Or I can do Gwenna and next turn do a Crusher. Because I can do Gwenna plus Haywire Mite here too. If I do Worker next turn, I can get the Anchor though. I got a lot of choices here. It's just Gwenna is nice because... Let's see. If I play Gwenna, next turn I'll have access to 2 plus this land. So 5, 6, 8 mana. So I can pay 7, untap, get access to 2 more mana, which does not leave me enough to do the Power Plant Worker. It does leave me enough to do the Might. But I can attack with this. So I can go Gwenna. I mean, best use of mana is clearly the Power Plant Worker. I'm going to do Gwenna. This could be wrong. And then I'll do a Haywire Mite too. Haywire Mite technically can blow up Subjugation too. I can exile that if I really feel like it. I just feel like playing Gwenna because I want to take advantage of its ability. But hey, if they have removal, I'd rather them do it on Gwenna anyway. Like, playing the Might... Wow. Well, I have Might to just exile that. Is that right? It's pretty nice. Let's see here. All the choices. So I can do the... I can do power plant worker 2. I guess this is definitely the best. We do this. Because then I untap Gwenna. Oh, I don't, because it's only a 4/6. Dang. Alright. I guess we hold up then. It's non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Guess I should have realized that. Still a good card. Not quite as good as I thought it was. Ah. Alright. So can do the anchor. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana currently. So I can do these two. Can attack with the Crusher and the Sprite. Actually, that's pretty good. And then I can play the Worker plus the Opportunist. Let's do that. So I can kill all 4 of their tokens. It seems like an okay. Leave them with the 2/4. Otherwise, I just kill Urza. I'm going to assume they don't have the meld. So I'll just kill the 4 tokens, I think. We're trading a 7-drop for a 6-drop. Not the best, but we're getting in for 6 points of damage. And I feel like I'm following up reasonably well here, too. Sure. No attacks, huh? Interesting. Well, I'm happy for that. Because now I probably just, with 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, we're just going to get that anchor down. One of the 4/4 as well. So let's just play anchor and pass. Now we're at 4, 7, 9, 10, 11 mana. Still don't quite have enough to do everything, but that's all right. They could technically have countered that because of Urza with the 1 blue mana, but that's all right. So we'll hang out. So whatever we scry to the bottom, we exile, and then we can play those cards. It's pretty nice. Did they put something in their yard? I didn't see. They got the Great Desert Prospector in there, sure. Alright, so they missed. That's nice. But they did get rid of 3 lands. So we'll take 8 here. Gain life and give... Weird. Why? Huh. Okay. It was a weird time to do Kalis command. I mean, they gave it double strike, but they're keeping it back to protect themselves, I imagine. Not that I have great attacks. Even if they'd gotten in with theirs or there, I wouldn't have been able to do much against that. So whatever I scry at the bottom here, I get to just cast. Is that right? Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Whenever you choose to put 1 or more cards on the bottom of your library while scrying, exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. You can play those cards. I mean, this is crazy, isn't it? Let's just see. Exile that many cards from the bottom of your library. So they're both exiled. Then I get to draw for turn. So now I'm at a billion mana. So we can desync the combat. Can I do it any turn? It's only during my turn. So let's just do this one first. Both of these are amazing. So I'll keep that. So with, let's see here. So let's just desync the, well, if I desync the combat thresher, well, it still takes their draw step, and they have to recast it. So they get to just draw for turn, and they get rid of their Might Stones, and we don't take a bunch of damage. Or I can just subjugation it, because I can do desynchronize next turn. That's probably the best, to be honest. So let's Stern Lesson first. A Machine Over Matter. I do have to discard. I kind of want to get my Power Plant Worker back. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Savant. We don't need that when you have Temporal Anchor out. So now we can subjugation the Thresher. And we won't pay the 3 because it's already tapped. And then we'll pass. So then I can Machine Over Matter, bounce my own Power Plant Worker, get it back, get access to my 6/6, as it were. Sure. So they'll bounce their dude now. That's fine. They can replay it and draw. Okay. So we can get rid of both of those. So play the one from Exile. We have 11 mana, 13 really if you count the Depth Charge Colossus. So what can I do with 13 mana? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this plus Machine Over Matter. Let's just get this baddie down first. Let's get down Big Fat Baddie. And then we untap our dude. Wait, did it not do that? Oh, it didn't use Gwenna? I guess it doesn't matter because I wouldn't have been able to cast anything else with it anyway. And I can still activate abilities, whatever. So let's just pass. I think the plan is probably still bounce my own Power Plant Worker. So it's just a 1/1, right? Yeah, I can afford to take 1 damage. I'm confident with that. So now I maybe don't even need to bounce my own power plant worker, I don't think. I don't think there's any need. Still just got... We can get rid of both of those. So we can go land from exile, we can Stern Lesson. I'm powering through my deck here, but I'm kind of okay with that too. So we'll get rid of that. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we have more than enough mana to do everything we want to do here. So let's just get in with Depth Charge Colossus here. I mean, this puts him in a pretty challenging spot, I imagine. So now we can play another Colossus. All right, we'll see you for the next one. This is a keep. Definitely a slow hand, but... Ooh, Gwenna is nice. Now we can... Gwenna into Power Plant Worker. Very good. Ooh. I can't jump into that right away. Oh, missing the land drop. Well, we're gonna take advantage of that. Turn 4 Worker, turn 5 Crusher. That's gonna be pretty nasty, especially with our opponent missing land drops. Exile top card of your library, play that card this turn at the beginning of your end step if you didn't play a card this turn. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I don't remember that one, but it's pretty good. I guess we'd play the Might too, why not? Ooh, Bushwhack. Coming in clutch. Great card. So we can get our own Bushwhack. I think probably just curating first. We got the land, so I'll keep both of those on top. And then we'll play land and get in and pump here. And that way we can play Crusher, we can... I mean, opponent is in some trouble here. Yeah. Because now I think we just desync. And they've got to be... I mean, they're so close to death now. Actually, I mean, this is so much more brutal. And then we even have Machine Over Matter. Wow. Let me just bounce our own dude. All right. See you for the next one. We got a good hand here. Steel Seeker and a Stern Lesson. Really kind of just a beautiful 2 cards together. Just draw a boatload of cards, basically. Ooh, 2 can play at that Steel Seeker game, huh? I wonder if they're going to do the same thing we do. They're going to do that turn 3 Stern Lesson. We shall see. Got the land. Oh. All right, so we do turn 3, Stern Lesson, turn 4, Power Plant Worker. I don't want a subjugation that. We're saving the subjugation for something beefier than a 1-2. Rager's a good one. Ooh, leaving it on top, huh? All right. All right, no attacks. Well, that was unexpected. So we'll do that, and I guess we'll ditch land, probably. Unless... could ditch the Curate. Let me think about that. Because I want to hit lands every turn. But Curate will help me find a land if I don't draw one. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll ditch that. Because I'm still hitting a land next turn, so... Alright, I'm actually going to get my triple blue here. Just so I don't accidentally discard that third island. Because that is important for... I forgot the card's name. The Temporal Anchor. So we'll get our Power Plant Worker down. Then next turn we can... I guess... I don't really have anything worth desynchronizing at the moment. Sure. Alright, well at least they've missed a couple times on Steel Seeker. That's good, because they haven't put anything in their graveyard either. So, in those instances, it doesn't do much. Sure. Alright. So, Subjugation on Rager could be worth it. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I think we do Curate first. Next turn I'm going to do the Boulder Branch Golem, so that's fine. Machine over Matter. Both of these are good. I can do Gwenna first, actually. And I can actually cast Gwenna this turn. Does a 2/3 protects me, sort of. Hopefully it protects me enough here. Because we're going to go land Gwenna. So we'll have to take at least 3 from the Opportunist. But then I get to do... If Gwenna lives, which I'm hoping it does, I can do the Boulder Branch Golem, untap Gwenna. I have a 3/4. That's pretty good. Sure. At least I don't have 3 or more creatures in their graveyard. That's nice. So we'll go land. We'll go Golem. I want them to use this, though, because we're going to untap. So we get the 3/4. Gain a bunch of life. And then we pass. And leave up Machine over Matter, as well as... I guess that's it. So if they have removal, we can bounce our Golem. And then we'll Subjugation the Courser. And we have a blocker for the rest of their stuff. So we play pretty well around combat tricks right now. If they do a fight spell, we Machine over Matter. If they have a combat trick, we do Machine over Matter. So we'll block the Rager and the Courser. I'm going to block them both. Because we have the bounce. So this is interesting. I have a choice of... I think I'm actually going to bounce the think I'm going to bounce the Golem. Because I can just replay it and make my Gwenna even bigger. So I think I like that the most. Well, maybe I should have bounced before I let it resolve. That could have been smarter. Sure. Pretty shocked how much they've missed on Steelseeker. All right. Finally milled, so they got something out of it. Stern Lesson, obviously good, but we're going to do our Golem plan again. Gain more life. Untap our dude. And I think at this point I can subjugate the Courser. They have one card left. I may want to subjugate the Thopter then. All right, that's fair enough. I'm not going to attack for 4. I think we win the long game. I kind of feel like we win the long game. I mean, they are going to get their Rager back, but that's going to take a lot of mana this turn. I feel like the long game is presumably ours. I mean, there's no guarantees on that, but I just sort of feel like we've got so much going on that with all the card draw and everything that I feel fairly safe in saying the long game I feel comfortable having on lockdown. Might as well attack with the Rager, right? No? Okay. Well, that's fine too. So we can Stern Lesson first. We have Subjugation. We have Desynchronize. I guess technically I can... Courier's a good one too. So 6... let's see. 6, 7, 9 mana sort of with Gwenna, but we don't need to do that. So 7 mana, we can do Courier off that. That makes sense. And then we have Subjugation plus Desynchronize. That's a lot. So let's get in for... Let's get in for 10 here. Because we have the Desynchronize. So we kill the Opportunist. And we desync the expensive dude. Gosh, we don't even need to use the subjugation. It's nice. Let's see if they want to put it on top or bottom. Mostly irrelevant. I feel like at this point I just saved the subjugation, but just for something fattier that I can't deal with, like when they replay Courser or something. Because we're going to play the Courier here. What is land? I mean, land gives me... Yeah, I mean, I can keep land. I don't see why not. It's not like... Lands to us are still very valuable, so no problems there. We'll just play a Courier and pass. I'm not going to use a subjugation on a Thopter. I think it's a good target for it, but we're so far ahead on the race right now that I don't think we need to. I'd rather do it on their 4-5 and just keep bashing. Because it costs them 5 mana to even... I mean, they're looking at their graveyard right now, so... Alright. They want to emergency weld back the Opportunist. Sure. That makes sense. Milling perimeter patrols. They're playing this to get another... This makes sense. This all is sensible. And they got the land and got to play it. Okay. And they're attacking. That's pretty bold. That is a very bold attack. I like it. But, yeah. I agree. They should reconsider that. So now I can actually subjugation the opportunist if I want. Let's Stern Lesson first. And ditch this. So if I play subjugation on the opportunist, I can smash for 10. Because otherwise they double block the... probably the golem. Whereas if I attack with Gwenna and golem... I have 5. I could also do the third bat savant now off of Gwenna plus subjugation. Then I only get in for 6. I feel like I'm still just going to be patient here. This could be wrong, but I'm just going to play it patient. Sure. I think we still have some fatties left in here somewhere, right? We're out. Power Stone Golem, we're out. Boulder Branch Golem. We still have some big dudes in here, though. Sprite, okay. And I can block that, so that's good. Really? Attacking with the... Yeah, I was going to say... That attack makes sense. Oh, they don't even want to attack with that? Wow. That's surprising. All right, let's draw a card. I don't need to, but why not? Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a good one. So that's, yeah, that's pretty nice. So now we can do Anchor. I mean, if they don't come up with a good answer for this, they're in pretty serious trouble, I think. So I guess I can do Courier plus draw. Because I'm not doing anything else this turn anyway, so... Ooh, Zephyr Sentinel. And I can cast it too? Wow, that's pretty slick. Sure. I'm really surprised if they're not hitting on Steelseeker now. They've done it like... I feel like they've done it a million times at this point. Finally attacking with the Thopter, which I agree with. And then I can play the Zephyr Sentinel and bash back, because they don't have reach. I don't have a soldier, right? No. So submit 0. Let's... Guy can dump both of these. Stern Lesson, so we can go land from Anchor and Stern Lesson. Oh, there you go. So let's discard the Might. And then we'll play a big Colossus for 9. Make that bigger. In for 2. And pass. How many creatures in yard now? Perimeter patrol. So 1 creature in yard currently. Okay, pallbearer. Not really too worried about that. How many cards I got left? 11 cards in yard. All right, that's good. All right, so yeah, I'll drop return. Let's do some scrying. Scry both of these. Draw for turn. So now we have land. We can attack with. We can do the subjugation on their flyer, or we can do it on the pallbearer. But I think we do it on the flyer actually. So let's subjugate the flyer. Pay for that. And then we can play the crusher, although it won't untap, so. But we can play both of these, right? Because we have, yeah, we have a million. Let's just get in with a Colossus here and a Sentinel. Because we can also untap the Colossus if they don't kill it here, so yeah. So we'll kill all of these, I guess. And we'll go Crusher and Sprite. So we have 8 cards left in deck. Just need to be a little cautious of that, but I'll pay attention to it. All right, Rust Goliath's a 10/10. That's fine. It can't even, they can't even block my Argothian Sprite, so that's good too. Yeah, we can get rid of both of those. Draw for turn, so then we'll go and so I don't have lethal in the air yet, but they do have reach, so. But they can't block my Argothian Sprite. So the best play may just be getting that Sprite huge. It's currently 10, 11, 12, so 14. I can pump Sprite twice. So I probably am just going to do that until I can find an answer for Rust Goliath. But maybe the play is actually the command. Well, I guess I don't have to use Temporal Anchor anymore either. Let's just play huge dudes. Let's just get a bunch of dudes out there, I think. I think that's the play. Five cards left. I mean, I could look at my deck and see what I have left to deal with the huge dude, because I'm pretty sure I got something that can do that. All right. So 5 cards left. Let's see. I don't really want to scry anything away now. 2 lands though doesn't really help. Let me look at my deck. I must have something left. I use Desynchronize. Do I still have Machine Over Matter? I don't have the Subjugation. I don't have Bushwhack. So I guess that means we're keeping the lands on top. And we're just going to make our Argothian Sprite huge, I guess. Gonna have to. Because I can't block with Rust Goliath there, so it's fine. They have 12 mana, so we can... Our sprite's bigger than theirs. 2-3, so I'm shy of doing it more than twice a turn currently. Both on top. So we can go land. So 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we need 21 to do it more than twice a turn. So we'll do Opportunist. Three cards left, so just make the... I can pump the sprite twice now, but they have a bunch of mana they can pump into Misery's Shadow, so I think I still have to chill here for now. I don't know if I have any bounce effects left here. Alright, so pump. Ah, Bushwhack, there we go. So, yeah, that should do it, I think. Keep the Bushwhack on top. So then we can pump here. And we Bushwhack. And kill the Reach dude. And then we attack, and that should be lethal here, because I don't have any more reach. So we get in here, 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 and then I don't have any lifelink, right? No, so we get in with those three. And then we pump the Sentinel. And they don't have any reach, so this should do it. All right. We'll see you for the next one. This is a keep. Once again, a little bit slow, but... Oh, well that's nice. I'll play it. Get my 1/1 out. So this isn't as good as I thought it was, but still quite good, I think. Still deals with stuff. So lesson into power plant worker, not bad. So I could bounce that. I kind of don't mind bouncing that. I'm gonna be drawing cards anyway. I don't know. I feel like it allows me more setup time, especially with the drawing of another Stern Lesson, so. I guess this makes it a little trickier to decide what to discard, because it might have to be a land. Alright. Well, I'm happier to bounce the Wing Commando than the other thing. So they're playing a soldier deck, that's just fine. So we'll dump the Forest, actually, because we need the triple blue once again. So we'll get our thing going there. And then we'll go land, and we'll go power plant worker and pass. And we're a land away from at least a 6/6 depth charge Colossus, which I would be happy to do. Or we can do the Stern Lesson. Or a Wing Commando. We'll see. Might discard Wing Commando. Might discard the Stern Lesson number 3, actually, now that I think about it. I guess it depends. All right. That's well and good enough. I imagine at this point you just got to attack, right? You can't risk double blocking. Or maybe you can. I mean, we don't have a trick, so. But we can pump our power plant worker. They got to remember that. All right. Very good. So we can do the Boulder Branch Golem, which isn't bad. But we're at 5 mana currently. I might just attack with worker first here because I can pump. They probably take it anyway. So they'll take it. Then we can Stern Lesson, or we can Boulder Branch Golem. Which one do I like more? This doesn't have first strike, right? Well, I can keep up the Haywire Might too. I think we'll just do the Lesson. We want to tap. We want to keep the blue untapped, I think. Not sure if it actually matters. So we got a bunch of fatties here. I can't really... Maybe we ditch the Stern... Let's see. Ditch the Stern Lesson now, because it's a little bit slow, and then just keep all the fat. I think I like that more. That kind of makes sense to me. So we'll do that, because now we can just play everything. Sounds good. I could have pumped my power plant worker, but I'm okay with this. May not even be wisest to resolve the Boulder Branch Golem first. Doing the Crusher first could present more damage, I'm not sure. Let's see. So I can block with Might and gain 2 life. I think I'm alright with that. So... untap. Alright, so... eight mana. So we can get in for 4 and play the Crusher. But then that kind of forces me to do the Golem next turn. Do they have lethal? 3, 6, 10, 12. Unless they have double... If they have double prowess, they do have lethal. I do present lethal next turn with the Iron Craw Crusher. But how much more damage is it? I guess it's not that much more damage. So maybe it's just smarter to gain life now for emergency here. Our sun counter's evergreen now? I didn't even realize that. Alright, so we're at 8 mana. So if I do Crusher, these still aren't going to untap. Let's see. Crusher, so this block there, we take 3, 6, 8. I guess we're not dead, but if they have prowess, then we are dead. Otherwise, I could do Commando, but then I do take lethal, so I think we just play this. And so any non-creature spell, and they do have lethal. Stun counter is pretty brutal here. Surprised that's the first time I've seen that. All right, that looks like it is lethal. Wow. I mean, still don't think we I don't think we've got it here, but that's pretty crazy actually that they didn't attack there. So we can do wing commando, but we're at 3. Well, let's see. I'm gonna do, well, then I can't cast desynchronize, can I? Desync that, but that doesn't really do it. No outs here that I'm seeing. I can attack for 8, but all right, we'll just play the commando here and pass. I wish if I could cast the desynchronize, I might have another chance to live another turn, but I don't think that's happening. Like I could attack with Crusher, but ooh, nice one. Well, attacking with 1 ground guy doesn't make sense. Unless I could give reach some way. Can't think of a way to do that. So block the prowess guy, block here. You can't do desynchronize. Unfortunately, if we could, I guess we'd still die from the airlift champion. Nice one. All right, see you for the next one. All right, we'll keep this. I think you still just play the might turn 1, unless we draw the... Oh, milling me. Oh, man. I would have liked to have drawn that card. So I can trade might for Vermin here. Don't really mind doing that. Wonder if they don't want to. Oh, okay. Can look at my hand. Oh, it's just it's not even look at hand, it's look at the top card of the library. We definitely block. Because then we just get rid of Vermin value. They got rid of 2 pretty good cards there, though. So, well, do I? Whatever, I'll take it. I said definitely, but I was wrong. Yeah, we'll get in. So then we can do maybe Stern Lesson into Power Plant Worker. Not bad. All right, now I probably block, I guess. Get our blue mana down and pass. So we'll trade and gain some life here. Rager, sure. All right. And then we'll go Stern Lesson. If we draw land, we'll discard one of those. So we want the third island, so we'll discard the forest. We'll go land. So we can go Gwenna here, actually, instead of the... Yeah, well... Yeah, that makes sense. Makes them answer this. If they don't answer Gwenna, we'll do Power Plant Worker. Alright. So now we're at 4, 5, we're at 7, so we'll just do a big fat golem and untap here. And no reason to attack yet. Okay. Well, we can bushwhack the locust now. That's pretty good. We've got some options here. 5, 7 mana, so 2, 3, 4, 5 power plant worker, and then we can still curate, or we can bushwhack. Maybe just do the bushwhack now, get rid of the locust, prevent damage. I think that's good. So let's go this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the worker plus the bushwhack. I guess we could do the Colossus. Actually, that probably makes more sense, doesn't it? Because then we untap Gwenna too. All right. Do this. We can, I guess we can attack with Golem. And they triple block? Unearth, maybe? I think I'm alright with that. Especially if they just want a single block. Alright, so they'll do that. And then I think, so I can bushwhack the flyer. And start preventing flying damage. I don't have, well, I still have desynchronized too. That's fine, actually. I'm okay with this. This prevents damage. Yeah, this is fine. Especially since that enters tapped. Alright. No problems there. So now we can just go land. So we're at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're one shy of this, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to play another 6/6. Untap Gwenna. And bash with a bunch of dudes here. And we still have Curate as well. Can't imagine their blocks are fantastic here. So I think we kill Butcher plus Harvester if they do that. Or they can just do Harvester plus Rager. I'm fine with that. We'll kill them both. Still a pretty decent trade for us. I mean, they're at 7 life. Can't imagine they're looking amazing here. They can pay 1 per Butcher, but we're at a pretty healthy life total. We have 3 very, very fat dudes on board. I'm kind of fine with Stern Lesson, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yep, I should be able to kind of do everything I want to do here. Oh yeah, I have to pay the Well, that's not really a huge deal, right? So pay this 2, 3. Let me see. Let's just pay this. We'll get in with these 3, and then I can Stern Lesson. Or I can do Power Plant Worker. Yeah, you can't decide what I like more. I think we'll just do these 2, and then I'll do Power Plant Worker. I think that's the best. We don't get to untap our Gwenna because it's only a little dude, but that's all right. I think this is the best because I'm probably going to have to pay to untap my Colossi next turn. Not that that's a problem, but just something to think about. I mean, they maybe have a board wipe in there somewhere. We'll see. This cohort is a fantastic card. Get multiple dudes out of it. Surprisingly, they don't have any actual sack cards. Because they're really well set up to be the sack deck, but they don't currently have any sack cards. So we'll just untap a bunch and get in for a bunch here. I mean, they have to block both our Colossus. I guess they don't have to block Power Plant Worker. But they're in a pretty tough spot here. Colossus have to be chumped. They have to basically, they can double block the worker. And we still get to, I guess, we'll kill the butcher. They can keep the 3/1. They take 5, they go to 1. All right, see you for the next one. Got a good hand here. Opportunist into Stern Lesson. Bushwhack on board in case we don't draw a land. But we did just draw a land, so probably okay there. Ooh, it's a good draw. So now we can do Gwenna first, even though we don't have anything currently to ramp into. It just, the fact that, I mean, we can play Opportunist, so makes sense. Yeah, in fact, turn 4 we can do Opportunist plus Stern Lesson. Wow, that is pretty good. Let's play our islands first, get Gwenna down, see if she resolves. If she doesn't, whatever. Sure. So now we get to go Opportunist off of Gwenna into Stern Lesson, so we get double Power Stone token. Into Temporal Anchor, get the, wow, that's nice. A lot of value to be had here. That's a good one. So let's do the, I guess technically we can do the Stern Lesson first. But then I have to play a green mana in order to do Opportunist, but I think that's fine. We'll do this. Could discard the Courier, actually, but Courier can also be a chump blocker for Assembler. But, or I could discard the land. I guess the land kind of probably makes sense, because we already have at least 2 more land play. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. So then we'll play land, we'll go Opportunist. That's pretty good. So next turn we can go Anchor plus Courier plus Sprite. Can we do all those? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Or maybe it makes more sense to just leave up the courier to block the assembler. All right, so we'll go land, anchor. I don't think we want to do that though. Well, do I have to? Can I do, So if I do anchor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually this still works. So then we do the courier, and then yeah, we can use the thing to, okay. So we'll do the courier. And then we'll pass. So now I can, yeah, this is fine. I need to find a fatty at some point. So we block here. Use Gwenna to tap and sack that. Need to find some, I mean, we have the removal. We need to find either a fatty or another type of removal here. Because we're kind of getting beat down pretty badly at the moment. So both of these are fine. We'll get rid of them. So that's cool. Unfortunately, we have to do the Sentinel on our turn, which I don't like as much. It's if this would leave the battlefield or if it would leave the battlefield. So I can't bounce it and get it back. So, so let's see. Play the Sentinel. Don't have a soldier, so submit 0. Do wing commando. They are tapped out. Unfortunately, I have nothing big here. Got all my little dudes. Can do courier off of... Oh, I have to pay the blue, but then I can use... Alright, let's do courier. I want to draw here, I think. So we'll use this. And curate. So we can do this. Get the sprite. And commando. And that way maybe I can do curate. I can possibly play enough spells to make commando huge and kill the assembler, maybe. All right, so they have a 5/5. Can turn to a 6/6. Yeah, we might just have to chump a couple dudes here. This doesn't get trampled too, does it? Okay, good. So why don't we just block a couple dudes here so we don't die. 'Cause 6, 7, yeah, that's lethal otherwise. So I might have to do this for now. Alright, tapped out. Not bad. Gives us a chance. Yeah, we'll get rid of both of these. So they don't have any untapped mana, which is good. That means we can go land here, Stern Lesson. Or I could curate first. I mean, we're going to have to cast all 3 of these. So curate. Get rid of the land. Draw the desynchronize. That's good. And then we can... Guess I can't quite desync plus bushwhack, can I? That would have been nice. Well, I guess we Stern Lesson and then fight the Assembler. Because they don't have the mana to protect it. So we'll get rid of a island. I guess I could do the Depth Charge Colossus, but let's just kill us. Well, probably kill the Assembler now. Jeez. I don't know if this is enough to stay alive, though. Guess I can do the Savant, get another body down. I don't think they have lethal yet. So next turn I have 13 mana, which is enough to do the Colossus plus the desync. And I get to untap Gwenna, so it's not bad. I mean, if they have a pump spell, we can't do anything, but don't have any luxuries there. So keep the Savant alive, I guess. Take 4. All right. Defender I'm okay with. How do you give it not? Oh, Haywire Mine. Can I blow anything up? Yeah, I can blow up a... Okay, sure. This works. And we get a chump blocker to boot. So, sure, we go land. Might. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have to do this one, but I don't want to tap all my blue, so go blue, blue. 3, 4, 5. Oops. 5, 6. And then we can do this. Yeah, play that. It's fine. Untap. Dang. Guess I can't pay 4 and live because of the Avenger. So we'll just not pay, I guess. Don't love it. Oh, that's good. So desync the Avenger. Subjugation's good. So I have to find a way up for that flyer. Bottom that. Oh, I guess I could have exiled them both, huh? It's true. I think we can afford to take 2 here, though. Don't need to use the might just yet. So, yeah, do that. Got 8 cards left, huh? Alright, play land here. Stern Lesson. Oh, that's cool. So we can dump the forest, whatever. Because we have 5. So we do an expensive golem. And then we can do power plant worker and leave up the might. I think that keeps me alive. Only got 5 draws left, so I can't really use the anchor anymore. Certainly can't use third path Savant. They're at 20, so I've got some work to do here. We have subjugation for their Avenger now. That's nice. Not really at risk of dying yet. Like I said, no luxuries for scrying anymore. We've got to win this without scries, which is not the easiest thing. All right. Sure. Got a lot more cards in their deck. All right. I'll take one. Don't need to use the might just yet. No more scrying. All right, Crusher's good. So we'll go land. We can... Let's see. Get in with Worker and Golem. And can we still live? We're at 6. I think so, because the might too. Get in here. So I'll just kill both of those. And we'll play a Crusher. And no need for the subjugation yet. Not that many draws left here though. Okay. Wish I had a trample, dude. Make this a little bit easier. Alright, so they have the Avenger. They're just going to subjugation that. Oh man, Steel Seeker? That's not what I want. Alright, so we'll go land. Let's subjugate this dude. And then get in with these two dudes. Can I get in with this dude too? I kind of feel like I have to. And then I'll have 3 blockers. I'll be at 5. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. So I might need to leave Gwenna back for that reason. Although 5 attackers, but 3 on the ground I can block. So that actually is... Oh, but they've got the Unearth too. So I guess we can't attack with Gwenna just yet, unfortunately. So yeah, I gotta get in here. We've got 3 cards left. Not much time left here. Was unexpected too. So I guess we kill those 2. Steel Seeker. Blow up, gain some life. This is likely my last turn here, so... Oh, man. So I can't deal with the flyers, so I have to do that. Ah. I mean... Oh, I was supposed to... Well, that's all right. All right. See you for the next one. This one's a little risky, but I feel like I'm going to keep it. Just because we only need one land, and then we can curate, and we're on the draw. I think if it wasn't those two things, I probably wouldn't keep this. All right. Good draw there, so now we can at least go courier. Do the curate next turn. All right, so now we can actually do Zephyr Sentinel, which is nice here. Playing the prowess deck, it's kind of cool. Conversely, I could do the curate, or I could just block with... It doesn't feel quite worth it yet, so maybe we'll just do the block plus Zephyr Sentinel. Because especially since we're still able to play a land next turn, I think that's the big selling point for me. Disfigure or what? They do. They take less damage, so kind of okay with that. All right. Machine over matter. That's nice. So now we can... I might still just curate this turn. Or Stern Lesson, rather. Yeah, I think that's fine. Could block the Swift Spear. Yeah, I don't really have another good block here, so I'm kind of okay with it. It's actually... I think that's fine. Sure. Stern lesson here. Oops. So... what shall we discard? Could get rid of the Curate now. And that way I can keep all my lands. Yeah, it's probably fine. Oh, Opportunist. That's a good one too. So let's go land, Opportunist. I can do Courier and Might here, actually. Why don't we do that? I don't really have a good attack here that I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm happy to make this trade. No problemo. Could actually take it, but that's all right. Stern lesson, good. 7, 8. So we're at 8 mana. Could just do the Stern lesson, the Combat Courier, and leave up Machine, because then we're a mana away. That's true, actually. Let's just be patient here. They only have 3 mana too. That's good. So they got cards in hand, but not a big deal. I feel like one of them, for some reason, I feel like one of them's a go for the throat, but I feel like if they'd go for the throat, they should have killed the Zephyr Sentinel, so maybe not. I was kind of feeling like they had Disfigure earlier. I wasn't sure. I don't know if we need the Machine over Matter, but it's nice against the Infiltrator. Haywire Might, I guess, could... Alright. Sure. I'm going to sack the infantry. That would make sense. Well, I wasn't expecting that one. Let's do... let's do Stern lesson here. I might actually get rid of the... Could get rid of the desync. Because my mana is going to be occupied, but Scry 2 is nice. Or I can do the Machine over Matter, which is also cheaper protection. I guess I get rid of desync. And then we'll just... block the Acrobat. I guess I can double block it. Oh, no, I'm going to sack the Courier, though, so... Alright. And then we'll draw. Take 1. And that way... 5, 8, 9... Oh. Well... Guess we can go... Now we can go Gwenna. I want to be able to protect my dudes. So, I can pass here. Or I could do the Courier, Unearth, and then sack and draw. But then I can't do Stern lesson, so I guess we'll pass. Or I can do Stern lesson here. So both those options are good. I'm being a little more patient with the Depth Charge Colossus in case I have to bounce my dude here. I mean, I probably just trade Gwenna for Acrobat here too, which is pretty good. They're going to attack with the infantry? All right. Are they sacking anything? Are they ready to sack yet? Really? All right. Interesting. So they are sacking. All right. So, okay. So now I can protect Gwenna if I want, but I might just go for the throat. I guess protecting Gwenna doesn't really help me that much. I'll probably just trade with the infantry and bounce the infiltrator, I guess makes the most sense. Some life. All right, Wing Commando's good. So 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess now we just, we just do both of these. We gotta go for the long game here. So now we sandbag lands for Stern Lesson. Sure. Power plant worker, so we have enough to do Courier on Earth, sack it. And then we can go power plant worker. And I'll sandbag the land and hold up here. Sure. That's good. So let's do lesson first. Discard the forest now. And then we can go land, subjugation on this dude. Pay the 3. And we can get in for 6. And pass. Or I can just get the Savant down now. I think I'll play Savant. This seems like an okay turn to do it, because I still have a blocker they can't really do anything about. Alright. So now we can go land. We have 5, 8, 12, so we have enough to do both of these. We can draw first. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So we can untap this. And here. And then we'll pass. All right. So I ended up going 7-2. It was a good deck. Did mill ourselves once, so maybe there's some value to take the 2/5 drop. That doesn't let you mill yourself, but yeah, that's probably true. Probably running it as a 1-of is not the worst thing. All right, let's do some pack one pick ones here. I don't know what that is, but 5 mana, star, power and toughness equal to number of cards in your hand. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. Wow, that's a cool card. I like that. That would have been good for this deck. Final Meditation, 7 mana. As long as it's not your turn, costs 3 more to cast. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand in the turn. Oh. So you can pay 10 mana and in the turn, on their turn, as long as it's not your turn, it costs 3. So on your opponent's turn, it costs 3 more. You can return all their stuff and in the turn. That's kind of cool. Crawler's great. Zephyr Sentinel is incredibly strong. I could see this seems more like constructed shenanigans. Psychosis Crawler does actually seem pretty good. It's a cool way to put your opponent away, and it's a rare, and it's a, you know, not even a card that's in the set. Or we could do Zephyr Sentinel. Just hard to go wrong with a 2-drop 2/1 Flash Flyer that also protects something. This just has so much value been built into it. Yeah, I think I might actually take the Sentinel over the Crawler. That could be wrong. But, man, that Sentinel is something, I tell you. All right. Surge Engine, 2-drop, 3/2 Defender. It loses Defender, gains this creature, can't be blocked. Okay, that's already incredible. Becomes blue and has base power 5/4. Activate only if it doesn't have Defender, and then draw 3 cards. Activate only if it's blue and only once. Wow. This card's sweet. Yeah, I think we slam that. Let's see what the Scrap Trawler is. 3 mana, 3/2. When it or another artifact you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand target artifact card in your wow, this card's super strong in this format too. Still think we take the Surge Engine just because 2-drop 3-power dude that just can't be blocked and has like all sorts of other upsides. This card just looks like it wins games. This does too, but through value, this feels like it just puts a rush on your opponent. They're both artifacts, so they're both really good. Yeah, I think I'd go with the Surge Engine. All right. Well, not taking Gilded Lotus. What's the Mindbreaker? 7 mana, 6/4. When it attacks, defending player mills half their library. It's kind of cool, actually. I think this is pretty good. It is a little pricey, but milling half library in this format is pretty good, actually. Or we could take the Paratrooper, which is a solid soldier card. I'd go with the Mindbreaker. It's a rare. That's a cool effect. If you're a good stall deck, you could do something with that. Tanos the Toymaker, 5 mana, 3/5. Whenever you cast a beast or bird creature spell, copy it, except the copies in. Oh, that's cool. I don't know how many beast and birds there are, though. Hopefully in green and blue, there's a bunch. I guess I'd take it in the hopes that I see a bunch of beasts and birds. I'll keep my eye out on these. For them on these last remaining 4 packs here. All right, Staff of Domination, 3 mana. All right, so you can untap it. You can gain life, untap creatures, tap creatures, or draw cards. It's a lot of mana, but it is good. Yeah, you can do a lot of things with this. With a ton of mana, it does a lot. It's certainly the most exciting card out of this, so I'd take it. The Power Stones, it works really well with the Power Stones, so that's cool. Rootwire Amalgam, 5 mana, 5/5. It's got Prototype. Sack it. Create a Golem creature token where X is 3 times its power and it gains haste. Well, that's pretty awesome. You can Prototype it too. Wow, it's really good. Quicksilver Amulet. I mean, this is a cool card. Probably not really that necessary in this format since it's still pretty clunky. But Go for the Throat is also really good. I'd probably go with the Amalgam though. It's tough to go wrong with this. Just spitting out huge golems and you can Prototype it. It's really good. 2 mana, 2/3 with more upside. Incredibly good upside. I mean, you use the ability to end up with a 6/6 if you prototyped it still. So, yeah, it's really good. Siege Veteran. Well, we already lost against this today. Great card. Soldier deck is legit. I feel like I've lost against the Soldier deck almost every time I've played against it. So it's very, very good. I'll have to get it. I'll have to make it one of these drafts. In the meantime, I'd take Siege Veteran here. What's this do? Create a Golem. You can unearth it. Kind of pricey, but interesting card. Overwhelming Remorse is good removal, but this is still better. It just pumps something every turn. It's really good. Prison Sentence. It's just better than removal. And then last pick, we've got... Let's see here. Oh, Lauren's great. Yeah, this card's incredible. 3 mana, 2/1 Vig, and then comes in, destroys something relevant. And you can make you and opponent each draw a card, which I would argue, you do it at the end of your opponent's turn. Most likely that draw card is more valuable for you than it is for them. You get first dibs on it. So I like that. Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.